My name is Clint Copenhaver. I've been a licensed real estate agent for going on 20 years now, and I'm a founding member of Robinson Sotheby's International Realty. My degree is actually in secondary English education, so I have a teaching background. I've worked in restaurants, I've driven a forklift, I'm actually an Ohio licensed attorney, so of course I ended up selling houses. Just kind of funny how sometimes life leads you the right path whether or not you know what that's going to be at the time. Why do I enjoy my job? Well, my favorite thing about what I do is being able to craft narrative, particularly in a historic home that has been passed down to several custodians from one generation to the next. I really like the idea of crafting a story that tells exactly what that home represents to the seller and thus what the buyer might anticipate as the new owner. I particularly enjoy the urban neighborhoods of Greater Cincinnati, including Northern Kentucky, which is actually where I reside. When my wife and I decided where are we going to settle, what are we going to do, we've got young children that are now approaching school age, we decided, you know what, this urban living thing, this is who we are and we want to stay here. We want things that are buzzwords, farm to table, sustainability, preservation. These are important. It's part of who we've become. So thus, we want to make sure that we help our children understand that as well. I really enjoy how walkable Greater Cincinnati can be. We have so many walkable communities and just the interconnectivity is wonderful. You experience something when you are on foot and explore a community or even on a bicycle. Certainly Greater Cincinnati has done a wonderful job in the last several years of integrating bicycle culture into what we are. And that is totally different than just driving around in a car. You really do get to know a place, you get to see the people, the interaction, eye contact, little things that we don't always have in today's society. I really like the fact that my office is in Hyde Park and the fact that I meet people every day that are coming and going from different neighborhoods throughout the area that may or may not even realize that a certain community exists. Being able to introduce a potential buyer to a spot where I know they're looking in an analogous community elsewhere in Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, being able to introduce them to something that perfectly meets their needs is very satisfying.